I suppose the biggest Irish MMA news over the last week or two was Peter Queally went out to fight nights in Russia. Who was he fighting? Do you know the chap's name? A Russian dude anyway. Fairly wasn't a bad opponent. I thought he was good all the way around. Good takedowns, not bad striking and stuff. But Peter Queally went out there. He really took him apart from kind of moment one. And the first round was pretty close, I suppose. The second round, and Queally definitely won it. I think the second round, Queally was kind of walking away with it. Nearly knocked him out twice. I think he probably could have got the finish, but I think he was smart in a way because the dude he was fighting did hit hard and stuff, and he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go too mad to get the finish. But in the third, then he nearly got the finish again, and I think he was kind of unlucky in the third not to get it. But he won the unanimous decision.
Your man's name was Igor Igorov. He did look. He looked a handy fighter. He looked like he could have been done a couple of times, as you said, but he toughed it out, and it was a dominant decision for Queally. I don't think there was ever any doubt when the decision was being read, and it's always tough to go into over to Russia and Moscow and fight these guys in their home patch. So fair play to Peter Queally, and it's another win. It may be not the big name that he needs to get into the UFC, but it's a very good win nonetheless, and a dominant performance, which is always good. He didn't seem to take too much damage, so he'd be able to fight again soon enough, I'd say.
Yeah, I think Peter Queally is he's been threatening a performance like this for a good while. I remember his fights over in Africa there a while back when he was, there was talk of him maybe getting to the UFC around then, and he was very impressive. But then there was he obviously lost to Joe McColgan, a couple of not the best performances in the world, but he got a good few wins. He beat Decky Dalton, didn't he, as well recently? But I thought this was
that was a very good fight as well. Very good back and forth war against Decky Dalton, and Queally managed to overcome some adversity there as well. Which is always a good sign. So he's back on the right track after the Joe McColgan loss, which actually may look worse on paper, a lot worse on paper than it actually is. People may underestimate McColgan and say, "Oh, how did Queally lose to that guy?" But people who know McColgan's ability know that that's a very tough matchup for anybody.
Yeah, 100%. I was very impressed with Queally in this fight. In a number of different aspects. First of all, I thought his takedown defense was very, very good. His opponent went for a good few takedowns throughout the fight, and he never even looked like trouble in one. At one stage, he got him kind of down to a knee, and Queally he didn't really go for a single, but he kind of went and kind of got the back and got to his side and kind of rode out in a wrestling position and then got back to his feet immediately. Like he did the exact right thing at the right time kind of way, and his striking as well, I thought was very good. His footwork was better than it's ever been. He was landing jabs from the outside, coming in, landing 1-2s, getting his combinations going. And as well, another thing, and we spoke about this a few weeks ago on the podcast with another fighter. I think it was Mike Hanno, I think, actually, against Jeremy Stevens. To fight in that sort of in and out, light on your feet way, especially kind of up, from lightweight kind of up, it's very tough to do and keep your cardio. And I thought Queally did it very, very well. As we said, he nearly got the finish even late in the third again. And he was still going strong after 3 rounds. So it was a very, very impressive display all around, I thought, for Peter Queally. And hopefully there's a Bama card coming up here now. There's probably a Cage Warriors card coming up pretty soon. He might be on one of them, hopefully, so the Irish fans can see him again.
Yeah, as I say, he didn't seem to have any injuries, maybe a couple of nicks on his face, but nothing too bad. So he should be able to get straight back in there. And I'd say an upcoming Bama card, or he seems to like to fight around Europe and abroad, so maybe an ACB or something like that. I know one of their cards got is being rescheduled. I think there was some problems with one of ACB's cards. So there's a good few options around Europe at the moment. So I'd expect to see Queally back in there quickly.
Yeah, a lot of kind of opponents that he's with, weight as well. He's called a good few lads out over the last while, so I suppose there's no shortage, especially around, the UK and Ireland, to have opponents to fight him. Is he still fighting a welterweight? He made it lightweight before, didn't he? He's always said he's kind of an in-betweener of the two weights.
He's gone up and down over the years. I think at one stage he'd all his losses had been at 155 until the McColgan loss. So you kind of trade off being the stronger guy at the weight class for having to cut so much weight. It's kind of a fine balance of whether it's worth it or not. So it's still kind of, he can still fight at both, which gives him loads of options to take fights on short notice at welterweight. And then if he has a lot of notice, I think he can make 55 with the right camp, and maybe not on short notice though.
Yeah. Anyone you like him to fight? I know. Is it Nicholas Dalby was released from the UFC there not too long ago? He's probably gonna.
I wouldn't mind seeing John McGuire. Wouldn't John McGuire fight Peter Queally? That'd be a good fight. Yeah, Nicholas Dalby. Last time I saw Nicholas Dalby, he was looking like a light heavyweight. So I don't know about that. He's a pretty big welterweight, even when he's in shape. So maybe Dalby will go to 185.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but as I said, a lot of options are on here. Yeah. And as I said, hopefully we'll see him. And the BAMMA card is coming up. I think we have a couple of questions about it later on. But the BAMMA card's coming up in July? Is it the start of July? So it seems like around perfect timing. If he could get on that, it'd be very good.